Alright. We are back. Playing some more U4. We're gonna form Japan today. I hope. We'll see. The idea is to form Japan anyhow. I can't actually get over there. I can't claim anything there either. Let's see. This man is allied to Hai Chi and is a tributary under Ming. So if I were to attack him, Ming would defend him. Which we do not want to fight against Ming. So how are we going to get more land? Wait, what? Wait a minute. But that's all Ashikaga. Who? Akamatu? Who the hell is that? What? No. Why does that take me to my page? Who is this? It doesn't exist. What? I'm so confused. Whatever, okay. So, how's our tech coming along? Not great. That's right, we still haven't developed the Renaissance yet. Wait, what Miltech are we on? 6? So is everyone else, pretty much? Okay. Okay. Can I? No. Okay. Well, he's also a tributary of Ming. Never mind. Alright. Well, I need more land, so how am I gonna get it? So I guess either I could build up a decently sized fleet and come down and no CB one of these little dudes. Well, considering it was this guy I thought I clicked on. I mean, I would only be able to then take them as tributaries. Or not tributaries, but as, daimyos. So that's probably not the best bet, honestly. We can save up admin points. get to, Tech 5 and unlock, like, exploration ideas. Or expansion ideas, one of the two. I would like exploration, honestly, because I want to colonize America, if I'm being 100% real. My initial plan was just form Japan, but the campaign can't just stop there, right? So we want to conquer all of this. Everything we can see right now, minus this, we want to own. So all of this, we want directly under our control. And I would like to own at least the west coasts of North and South America. So, I think that's what we want. We have a bunch of loans. I guess all we can really do is sit around and wait. We sit around, we wait. I guess maybe dev up. The institution, which is going to very much suck here. Like, it's already at 99 points per development to grow it further. We could probably get away with sinking Diplo and mill points into it. There we go. Now we have the Renaissance present in Panasonic. So how much would it cost us to embrace it? 269 ducats. I don't want to take out more loans if we can avoid it. That being said, none of our little derps are currently at war. So what we could do, honestly, is we could just come down. We could build up a bit of a fleet and no CB some of these little dudes down here and force them to be our vassals. Force them into being daimyos. We could do that. Because I learned that you gain legitimacy and prestige for having daimyos. So the more we have, the better our prestige is going to be. And prestige is one of my favorite numbers. I want that to be high. Okay. Who are you all ally with? There's no way I could force him to be my vassal. None of these little dudes are really allied to anyone. That's... like, they're allied to a lot of people is what I mean. They have a lot of alliances. The question is, if I become a tributary of Ming... oh, they wouldn't allow me anyway. Okay. That's fine. Not too worried about it then, I guess. I guess we're just sitting at peace for a while. Oh, shit. That actually scared me. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you, whoever that was, for the follow. Just gave me a bit of a heart attack. But thank you very much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know who that was, because for whatever reason my notification once again didn't work. So I apologize that the notification, or the, like, it didn't pop up on the screen telling me who it was. So I apologize for that, but thank you very much for the follow. We don't need all of these diplomatic relationships. Yeah, no. We need to not be royal marrying our subjects from here on out. Now, I knew I only did it so that they would have enough opinion with me that they would accept becoming my daimyo. I would like to attack Korea, but they're a tributary of Ming, and Ming would defend them. Ming has 32 reasons to defend them. Haichi I don't really care about so much. I mean, look at him. Pathetic. Ming, on the other hand, has 93,000 dudes. Granted, the mandate is better than it was the last time I checked, actually. You have 125 opinion of me. You don't have a negative opinion of me, so okay, we are friendly. So he's less likely to attack me at the very least. He's less likely to attack me. This is still Ashikaga land, yeah? Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Wait. Okay. What is this? Oh. Wait, what? Selective integration? What does that mean? This is one way... This is one away from our own isolationism, costing us some yearly prestige. They get some stuff. Huh. Okay. There we go. Now we're getting all sorts of bonuses from all these dudes. And we're getting manpower from Ainu, because manpower, it's the one thing that we have consistently been doing terribly with. I mean, that being said, we do have all these loans, but most of those are the estate loans. So, it's fine. I'm not too worried about those because they only have 1% interest. So, not too worried about that. Now, do we actually want to be friends with any of the people here on the mainland? I don't think any of them are really worth being friends with, honestly. Wait a minute, he's allied to pretty much all of his neighbors. So he can't even really expand. What this guy? He's allied to Ainu. And he's also allied to Ceylon. He's got 4,000 dudes. Donghai has 6,000 dudes. We're already over our relationship limit. This is annoying. Okay. 6 people would like alliances with me, and they're all right here. Oh wait, that's only 5. Where's the 6th? Or am I blind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Ryukyu would accept. Okay. Well, they're a tributary of Ming. And I kind of want to eat them. So I don't know that that, oh, wait a minute. They would maybe accept vassalization. Never mind. I'm totally down to be your friend now, Ryukyu. I just want you to become my subject. That would be neat. I should send somebody to improve relations with you as soon as I can. So on the 19th of August, we can send a dude to improve relations. We need to get relations up to 190. I would really rather not royal marry him, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't want to have to wait a minute. Oh, I already... Okay. Fine. Hello, renewing all these loans. Don't mind me. Okay, so now I would like to proclaim a guarantee of independence. And let's see. We can improve relations by 87 more, which would bring us up to about 170. So we need about 20 more opinion. So if I offer him military access, brings him up by 10, so we need about 10 more. I would really prefer not to send him money because of all of our loans we already have. Transfer me your trade power. There we go. So now this will go up by 78 more, which is almost 190. I really don't want to royal marry you because I don't want that permanent relationship slot. Or, well, not permanent, but that longer term relationship slot. Well, whatever. It's fine. We just want to vassalize him. We'll be fine. This will be fine. Yeah, I don't care. Alright. Let's get rid of that. I already am royal married. Get rid of that flag. It doesn't matter. Do we have CBs on people? That's the real question. Wait, what was that? Oh yeah, that's my tributary. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. What's our force limit looking like? We can field 9 more dudes. What's our economy looking like? Not good enough to field 9 more dudes. We could probably field like... We'll field a few more. Oh wait. We need to get our manpower up. I forgot. We need to get our manpower up to avoid... Oh, never mind. Never mind, it's fine. We'll just field 3 more dudes. Won't he take up a slot either way? Not once I vassalize him, because I'm the shogun. So, instead of being a vassal, which would take up a relationship slot, he'll become a daimyo, which does not take up a relationship slot. But now he's going to take up a relationship slot anyway, because we have our royal marriage. Oh, we just lost a relationship slot. Or we just lost a relationship. So we're fine, for the most part. We're still only going to be 1 over. We've gained the... Oh! Oh. this is nice. He has over 10 provinces now. So I can declare war on him to annex him. Thanks for clarifying. Didn't know that's how it worked. Not a problem at all. I didn't know that's how it worked for a long time either. I just saw people playing as Japan, and I saw this laundry list of of subjects, and I was like, wait a minute. How are you not losing 20,000 Diplo points a month? And the best part is, because like anybody you vassalize as the shogun will immediately become a daimyo anyway. So I could literally just come down here, no CB Siak here, and turn him into a daimyo. Which would be pretty awesome. But, yeah. Our goal, our short-term goal here is a Shiba. Okay. Our short-term goal is to form Japan. And in order to do that, we need at least 5 more cities. Yeah, I haven't tried Japan before, so I had no idea it worked like that. Yeah. I didn't either. But you learn something new every day. So it's neat. It's neat. I like the system, honestly. I think it's pretty nice. It's interesting for sure. So we are going to declare this war, even though it's going to bring us down to -3 stab. That's absolutely fine. We'll go back up to 1 stab right now. And go annex this this daimyo, so that we can actually form Japan, since that's the short-term goal here anyway. That's goal number 1, form Japan. Goal number 2, eat Europe. Not Europe, sorry, Asia. Yeah. We're gonna form Japan and then go to Europe that we don't know about yet and can't get to even if we tried. Great plan, Juicy. Doing things out of order. Maybe eventually we'll snake our way into Europe. Who knows? But my goal for the campaign at this point is to conquer basically all of this and North and South America. I learn new things about this game constantly. Yeah. I mean, on this account, I have 388 hours put in. In my main account, or on my main account, I have like 600 or 700 hours. That scared me again. It's very loud. Thank you to whoever followed me just then. I appreciate you. I once again apologize for the lack of a notification popping up on the screen. My notifications aren't working properly for some reason. This dude has been the general in this army since the beginning of the game. So, 33 years he's been in charge of this army. He's won us many, many wars. He's amazing. I mean, he's not that great, honestly, but, you know, for a first dude, like, he has a siege pip, which was nice, seeing as I had to conquer a bunch of one-province miners and siege down their capital forts, which is annoying. But yeah, I still am learning things about this game all the time still, even though I have cumulatively over 1,000 hours put into this game. I'm still learning new stuff about it all the time. I mean, especially with, like, new updates and new expansions, there's new stuff happening, which keeps the... Oh no! He just died. Damn it, I was just talking about how it was amazing that he was our general for so long. And then he bit the bullet. It's that Japanese life expectancy. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, he was a general. He fought in every battle. He was in every siege. And he lived as the general for 34 years. It was incredible. Oh, look, another siege pip. This guy's actually better. Less maneuver, but he's got more combat pips, so that's nice. You jinxed me. I think that was both of our faults, if anybody's to blame. It was a group effort to jinx that. I shouldn't have said anything about how long he had been in charge. It's okay, though. He was a good general. He served his purpose. It was... Oh, the best event in the game. What is your favorite response to this one? My favorite one is the economy, fools. Okay. Such a great event. Yay, I'm so glad I wasted the points to stab up to 1. Oh well, at least we're only at 0 and not -1, so that's nice. Could you guys maybe... Oh, you can't because hostile fort. Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind me. It's fine. It's fine. I was just about to yell at them for not coming down here. When they legitimately just can't. Okay, so what we want to do... What is our naval force limit? Decent. Okay, there we go. We're gonna build up some... we're gonna build up a nice fleet. And then what we'll probably honestly end up doing is no-CBing a few of these dudes down here in the Philippines. And vassalizing them that way. So that we can spread down here fairly easily. Okay. We just need this fort to fall. I need a little bit more water. Delicious. Alright. Screw the loans. Most of them are to the burgers anyway, so we're gonna be fine. Wow. We're getting so many great events. It's awesome. We're getting all the best events in the game. You know, lose a stab, lose production value, lose dude bro here. I don't have the money to hire a new guy, so what good does it do to tell me about him? Okay. Raise a base tax in Suzuki. Base manpower in Subaru. It is a grain province. Which one is Suzuki again? This one? Oh, it's a dyes province. Those are both really good, actually. I think we're gonna go with... Oh, but that's base tax. My bad. I thought it was base, production. I'm an idiot. That's my bad. Uh-oh. Ashikaga Noble Rebels. Why do I care? I don't think I really do. After this fort gets sieged down, though, I'll still go deal with them. Wait, you guys could move there this whole time and you never sieged this down? Why? Do I have any other campaigns going? On my YouTube channel, I have, a campaign going where I'm playing as Tunis, and I'm going for the Sons of Carthage achievement. And then maybe from there we'll make an attempt at forming Rome, but we'll find out. And for my personal entertainment, I have a campaign that I'm playing as the Ottomans, and I'm just attempting to conquer as much as I possibly can. It's a a soft test to see if I feel like I'm capable of a world conquest. Because I'm not super great at this game, but, you know, I'm getting better over time. Let's see, shift consolidate this army here, re-siege this for Ashikaga, and then we'll come down here and siege down Iso's remaining territory. Iso, and it's probably Iso though, huh? All of that sounded like not English, but it was though, huh, after I said Iso, just for the record. Okay, so we can't go, wait, what? Why, who, what, why, what? Yamana, why? Why, why? I don't understand what you're doing here, pal. Actually, you know what? I think they're gonna be fine. We'll just let them win the war. We'll kick back, let our manpower replenish, and we'll be good to go. We're actually losing money now, so because we have this fort under our control, we can now purchase an ability. I don't think we really care too much about that. Maybe it's still what we take, though. Yeah. Because we will be conquering stuff down here. And up here. In the Manchu area. Alright. Looks like our vassals are doing just fine with the naval support here. They're gonna siege that down just fine. Excuse me. Ooh, a battle? You're gonna lose that, by the way. Yeah. Goodbye, Yamana. You served well. 'Twas a valiant effort, good sir. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna let all of my little derps deal with that. So, what we want is all of the things. We don't want to give that to Yamana, though. Screw Yamana. A coalition of only him. That would be beautiful. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Wait a minute. Maybe we don't need to... Let's see. Clear offer. Another revolt. Okay. Well. I thought maybe there was just give me all of your provinces. Peace deal, considering this is an annex. Oh. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know. Again, I've never played in... Well, I've never really played much in Japan, so... yeah. I, was gonna say a thing, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, I don't know how that, peace deal works. Because I don't want to give Yamana any land. The land is mine. I needs it in my life. It's a thing that I'm in need of. So... Yes, please. Oh boy, we took out another loan. How exciting. It's super exciting that we have all these loans. It's great. What focus do you prefer to set your vassals to? Right now, I have them on just do your own thing. I have them set to no focus. Normally, I set them to be supportive. Because I want to go in, like, My normal focus when I am in a war is to annihilate the enemy's armies and then worry about sieging them down instead of like progressively sieging, take out an army, progressively siege. I want to focus down their army and then siege them down. So I typically set them to be supportive so that they'll help me fight the army. And then, once the army is dead, I'll set them to siege focus so that they'll help me carpet siege. So I'll change focuses in the middle of a war to suit whatever stage of the war we're in. Let me just... had to slightly adjust my position in my chair. My back, or my shoulders getting sore, and my butt was starting to hurt from sitting in the same position too long. Alright. Don't make me come down there. I'll do it. I'll come down there. Might actually have to, just to get him off this fort. Alright, I'm on my way. I'll come help you little derps out. It'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I completely forgot to offer Ryukyu Vassalization. Okay. Well, there we go. Now, he's my... Yeah, see? Because I'm the shogun, he's now a daimyo instead of a regular vassal. So the vassalage doesn't take up a relationship slot. Okay. Alright, well, we beat the army, so now let's unsiege this. Nope, I changed my mind. We're gonna go wipe the army, probably. I would really rather not have national unrest. So I'll take a prestige hit. Prestige is easy enough to gain. I'm about to gain all of it back anyway for winning this war. So that's fine. Okay, beautiful. He stack wiped his army. So now we'll come over here. No. Oh, we're already locked into it apparently. That was quick. Wow. This is very fast. Hello. He's probably just gonna come down here though, yeah? Yeah. Okay, beautiful. And then we'll have full occupation. And you need to transfer this to me. This is mine. I didn't realize I could force him to transfer it to me. Normally you can't do that. You can transfer it to yourself. Or you can transfer it to someone, but you can't force them to transfer. Oh wait, but they're a subject, so of course I could. That's even the way it is with normal vassals. It's fine. I'm learning how the daimyo system works. Because I'm still not, you know what I'm trying to say. I hope. Still don't fully know how it works. Oh shit, separatists. I forgot that there were dudes that fired. Well, shit. Alright. Cool. So yeah, we'll go deal with that after we're done sieging this man's capital down. Then we'll go up there and we'll deal with this issue. Wow, really? All of this and it only counts as 38%? Oh, because the war goal is the capital. I forgot. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Don't know why my brain wasn't like, yeah, duh, come on, man. Like, this is the reason. Oh, boy. You guys better be careful up there. So you don't get stack wiped by separatists. Be kind of funny though if they all got stack wiped by a stack of separatists. That'd be a little amusing. I would laugh. And then I'd be a little bit sad. But then I'd laugh some more probably. So that would offset the sadness. It'd be fine. Be absolutely fine. Okay. There we go. There's that siege. Now we come up here, deal with this guy. And re-siege this so that we have 100% war score. Okay. Apparently we need to come deal with him here instead. I don't know how this is somehow... Oh. I don't have access across here now? What? Why? Oh, because there's a battle going on here. There is a naval battle happening down here in the Seto Inland Sea. Don't know why I'm using that accent. I'm in Japan. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Don't mind me. Why did I didn't need your guys' help, honestly. I would have been just fine. I would have preferred that you stayed there and finished sieging that down. Seto Kaiba? Because apparently this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. It's just the way my brain works. Okay. So, wait a minute. Did taking him as a daimyo increase our force limit? No. That would have been cool, though. Alright. So, question. Is there a thing? No. Okay. So what I want is all of your land. Because you were a bad boy. And you conquered too much. Oh! I can't take all your land. Apparently you're worth more than 100% war score. Maybe I can force him to release a couple of nations. There we go. And then we take as much money as we can. I'm pretty sure these guys will be released as my daimyos. No, they'll be a sovereign state. Actually, I don't think releasing nations is a good idea because I think they'll actually be independent. I want both sides of the strait on both accounts here. And I guess I'll just take more money. And that'll be fine. Thank you for all the land. I appreciate you. Okay. Now we core all that up. Now, we could form Japan. But we'll lose cores on all provinces owned by our subjects. All of our daimyos would be released. Which we don't want that. That's the way this looks, is that they would all be released. But I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know what this means. But I really want to click this button, because I want all of those points. But our goal was to simply form Japan. But then we'd lose our subjects, I think. I don't know. I don't want to lose them. Repay a loan that has... I'll repay the biggest one. Okay. Because we would like to at least annex all of the dudes that are on the Japanese or in the Japanese islands. Like all of these dudes. I don't care as much about Ryukyu, honestly. But we'd like to you know, annex all the dudes. None of them have at least 190 opinion of me, really? How about you? Oh, I can't annex them until the 18th of November. Right. Forgot about that. My dad is apparently now playing Europa Universalis 4 twice. I don't know why Steam is notifying me twice about it, but, you know. It is what it is, I suppose. We'll mothball the forts. Because I'm not really worried about anybody attacking. It's amazing. Is annexing the same as a normal vassal? Yes. Yeah, they still have to have a 190 opinion of you. They still have to have been your daimyo for at least 10 years. It's all the same requirements. Hey buddy, hope you're doing good. Just coming by to say hi before class starts. Hope you have an amazing night. Thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a great day at school, man. Don't get in any trouble. Keep those grades up. Okay. Well, none of our dudes like us that much, apparently. Oh, yeah, no. No, they really don't like us all that much. Mostly because of aggressive expansion. This person really doesn't like me because I broke our alliance before I was even the Shogun. Ashikaga declared war? Ashikaga, where are you at? Seppuku! Nailed it. Okay. So now we have a bunch of points. Beautiful. Alright. That's the best interaction with daimyos, honestly. If one of your daimyos declares war on another daimyo, you can force their leader to commit seppuku, which is suicide. You can force them to kill themselves, and then you get 5 points. I believe it's 5 points for every 1 point that the leader has. So because their new leader has 2 Diplo points, I would have gained 10 Diplo points. And because he has 3 mil skill, I would have gained 15 military points for that. It's 1 a.m. where you live? Yeah, Soulless lives in he told me the other day. I thought he lived in the UK, but he doesn't. Denmark? Somewhere over in there. I believe he lives in Denmark. I could be wrong. So, yeah. He lives a long way. A long, long way away. Not to be confused with Layaway, the shopping program. Where Okay, I have 145 ducats. What was it that I was thinking that I needed over 100 ducats for? I don't remember. That would make sense. I'm from Central United States. Yes. I live in the Western United States. Repay loan. I would like to repay any of them that have 4% interest, but that's not an option apparently. Alright, so we repay that one. And then press all the wrong buttons. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Just gonna press all the wrong buttons for the next year and a half. Don't worry about it, it's okay. Excuse me, we're gonna blow all of our money so that we can root out corruption. Because everybody knows that you fight corruption with corruption. It's the only way. At least that's what this game has taught me. You fight corruption with corruption. If you pay off the corrupt people, that just go away, right? It's not like they'll come back and expect more money. Because it's not like the information they have is gone. Okay, let's just field a couple more transports. Feel like it's a worthwhile investment, honestly. Shift consolidate. There we go. Oh, there's still just that war involving Ashikaga. Okay, beautiful. Wait. He's not my subject anymore? Oh boy. I didn't realize he wouldn't be my subject anymore. Do I ever hot MP lobbies? Or... I've played multiplayer a few times. Normally, when I play multiplayer, I play with my dad and my brother. My internet sucks, though. So... Oh, great! We got this... We got another comment. That's wonderful. It's the best event in the game. Good job. Good job, game. It's wonderful. So glad that you exist. Oh, do I ever host multiplayer lobbies? Typically no. But it's mostly because I don't actually own all of the DLC. My dad, however, does own all the DLC. So when I'm playing with my dad is always hosting, so that we have access to all the DLC. This account is missing the last 2 DLC. So I don't have Emperor or Leviathan. I don't have those ones on this account. Shiba's opinion of me goes up. That's what I like to hear. Not that it matters, because he's about to die. But yeah, so that's normally... Oh, I do that. I have, however, hosted multiplayer lobbies, mostly just playing with my brother. My internet sucks, so it's really difficult to play multiplayer EU4 for the most part. Like, even when I play with my dad and my brother, we have to play on, like, speeds 1 and 2 for the most part, because otherwise I'll desync. So, but that's with my dad as the host. I don't know if I were to host if it would change anything, but we let my dad host because A, he has the best internet anyway, and B, he has all the DLC. I'd be down to someday try to host a multiplayer game, though. I'd be down for that. I do love the game, and it is more fun with other people. So, I'd be totally down for that at some point. Oof. Oof. Mouse. Stop it. Oh, my shoulder. There we go. Oh, we can take tech. Mill tech. Beautiful. We now have access to cannons. Beautiful. You'll love to see that. It's 1482. I'm in Japan and I have access to cannons. And I almost have enough money to embrace the Renaissance. Right, I can turn the development edict off here. No edict. There we go. Okay. So the question here, though, is, are we getting Renaissance in the capital? The answer is no, of course not. The capital state goes that way. Beautiful. Wait a minute. Where are we getting Renaissance right now? Okay. So in these provinces. Me and two guys I play with would definitely be down to play if you host a game. I'm in the Discord now, so I would imagine I'll see if see there if it ever happens. Yes, if it happens, it will definitely be something I post in the Discord. The Discord has been being used a whole lot more lately than it used to be. I've only recently started streaming super consistently, so the Discord's getting a lot more love than it used to. But oh, I can take another tech. Diplo. Hells yeah. Okay, awesome. So, yes, if it happens, it will be posted in the Discord. Wow, I can speak English. I know how the English language works. We took out another loan. It's fine. Not too worried about it, honestly. I'll just, well, first, we'll stab up. And then, we'll use this loan to pay off a different loan. A couple of them, maybe. No. I don't have enough money to pay off a couple of them. There we go. So that'll get rid of some of our debt, which will be nice. And if we pay off all the burger loans, we can then renew the burger loans and then pay off the bank loans with the burger loans, which is exactly how I want it. We're now making money per month, apparently, so that's cool. 1.14 from vassals. Beautiful. Look at all these vassals. Hello, Bente. How you doing tonight, buddy? How things going? Right. They don't use the isolationism mechanic. I can conscript generals from my dudes. Does anybody have any good generals that I can yoink from you? That would be nice. Deficient spending at its finest. Exactly. You take loans to pay off loans, and it's a beautiful cycle. I love it. You're all good? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. How's your general? There's only a 1-star? Okay. Oh, if we see that one of our subjects has a 3-star vassal, or 3-star general, we need to conscript it from them, because there's also an achievement for doing that. If you conscript a 3-star general from one of your daimyos, there's an achievement for that. Oh, Ashikaga lost. Hey, look, my old friend is now my subject again. You're gonna love me, right? Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh, and you took this. Nice. You know what? Good on you, pal. Good on you. All of our truces are ending. Beautiful. Not that it matters, because we can't really attack our own vassals anyway. This is fine. This is totally fine. Okay, so what were we actually gonna do? I don't know why I wasn't doing it before. So we're gonna build a spy network over here in Ito. And we're gonna claim both of his provinces because he's no longer my subject. So we can now just openly declare a conquest war on him, which would be beautiful. So, oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. All right. So, oh, we're making 1.12 ducats a month now. Look at us go. Holy cow. Oh, we're rolling in the dough. Hell yeah. We're doing the thing. We are, in fact, doing the thing. Okay. Is anybody's thing different from mine? Yours is. Well, not anymore, it's not. There we go. Okay. I want my prestige, man. I want that prestige. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. I mean... Oh, we're losing a lot of prestige, though. What is going on here? Animist zealots? What religion were you before? Animist? How do you have animist zealots in a animist nation whose provinces all follow the animist religion? How did you even get these zealots? That shouldn't even be possible. How did you get these? I'm so confused. I don't understand. Okay, well, I guess I'm losing monarch points now, so that's fun. Let's see. We're almost able to pay off another loan. We're getting close. We're getting really close. Are you still a tributary of Ming? Yeah. Would Ming still defend you? Yeah. Ming has more reasons now to defend you than they did before. Look at you go, being all tributary-like. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. These guys don't even know about me, so... I mean, they do, but... You know, they're really far away, so they really could not care less about who I am or what I'm doing. I was hoping to find somebody down there that I could just vassalize and start spreading that way. Just vassalize them and then declare war for their claims on the other dudes down there. But no such luck, apparently. What is this now? Oh. We'll take some local defensiveness. Why not? Okay, Nightbot. Yeah, that's right. Plug the YouTube channel. That's right. I also upload my my stream VODs to YouTube. To my YouTube channel. So if you miss out on anything here, it will eventually be uploaded to my YouTube channel. I'm a few days behind now. So, yeah, but it'll get uploaded within a few days of it happening. I think I'm 2 days behind now, actually. I was 3. But I sped up the process because... reasons. I don't know. I don't want a naval doctrine. Oh. Hello. I mean, manpower. I don't even know which person it was, or which vassal it was that just got that event. But that was a good event. Wait, who got that event? I knew it has a 555, bruh. Oh, we released a dude. So we now have one less province. 8 dev grain province. We released him for some reason. I don't... Okay. That's fine. It's fine, honestly. That was the event. That's who got the... Wait, that wasn't a gray leader, though. What? Was that me that got the leader? I'm so confused. I'm really confused. I should really pay more attention when things pop up on my screen. I should read more. Prestige, manpower, production. We need the money. We need the money. Which province? The province of Honda. Boom. Okay. Now. We can't actually pay off any of these, but we can pay off another burger loan, which is still helpful because it's still one less loan we have. Oh, he also got released. But I believe that was in a peace deal. He is my vassal still, yeah? Yeah, cool. Cool, so Ashikaga is now down to just one province. The event released them as a vassal. Yeah. Yeah, I realized that, but I didn't realize it at the time. It's fine though. It's fine. I'm down for that. That's okay. I'm honestly perfectly alright with it. So is really hard to click on. 7 per month? That's all of my Diplo points. Why is it so high? Because you have 7 development. Do you ever do sale of titles for extra money while the income is lacking? Yes, I do, but I haven't been yoinking Crown Land like I was supposed to. Because I'm a moron, so I kept forgetting to yoink Crown Land. Because I won't click this button if it'll put me below 30% Crown Land. So, I never do sale of titles unless I'm at 40 plus percent Crown Land. It's just my own personal thing. So, yeah. But I will occasionally do it. I mean, okay. I hate to say I'll never do it, because I have done it, even when I was under 40. But I don't feel like our economic situation is too dire enough to warrant going under 30%. Plus, I don't know when the next time is I'm actually going to be taking more land. I'm fine with losing prestige and legitimacy, honestly. I don't want to lose money at this point. Let's see. He's not even a vassal, so I don't know what I'm doing. He is. If I were to annex you, I can't for the next 2 years. If Chicago doesn't like me enough, you could do it at like 35, then take it back right away to be back at 30. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was only at 31 just then, so. So yeah, I would do it at that point, but I like seeing this the amount of ducats going up though for the click. Oh, that general didn't last very long. We had our first general who was just a god among men. And then we had oh my god. Hello. How are you, my friend? Drill this army for me, will you? He's beautiful. I love him. He's so beautiful. Okay, so we want to annex some of these dudes here. That would cost me 71. How much would you cost me again? 55? Damn. Time for me to get back to bed. Good luck forming Japan. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping in. I appreciate you hanging out and joining the Discord. Have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Alright, we need to just... Honestly, we need to just annex. Like... We need to do that. It's just a thing. Hi, Roxy. Alright. So we want to start annexing the... what? How did this become uncolonized? What is happening to you, Ainu? What? Wasn't that your capital? Oh. Is capital moved? From this 11 development province to this 3 development province? I don't understand. Am I just crazy? I don't understand what's happening here now. Oh. I'm genuinely lost. I'm so confused. Okay, we're renewing some loans. It's fine. We're close to being able to pay them off anyhow. Honestly, maybe if we devved some provinces, we'd get the crownland necessary. To sell titles. Maybe. Here we go. There were 3 dev clicks. We go to estates. Oh wait, no, never mind. We can't sell titles. Are you kidding me? We're only at 36%. What am I talking about? I don't know what's wrong with my brain right now. I don't don't understand. Alright, so we're just gonna bring this guy back because we no longer need him. Ba-dum-bum-ba. We are going to improve with Yamna. Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna improve with the Yamana. He'll be the next one we integrate. Yeah, there we go. Integration is a slow process. Blah, 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 blah. Now it's 147 instead of 174. Because diplomatic reputation has gone down due to us just integrating so over here. That being said, we should move this guy to over here. And then we'll move these ships we just got to over here with the rest of our fleet. We'll come join him up with the rest of the army. He probably has significant drill. Yeah, he's got a decent amount of drill. More than my army does. The ones that I actually fielded myself. Okay. Cool, so let's join these fellers up together. We only have one light ship in here. Whoops. It's fine. I don't remember... Do these count as technically inland seas? Because it's coastline, so I feel like galleys still do really well here. What is our combat... or naval force limit is what I meant. Doesn't matter. We need to save up money so that we can pay off loans. And then we join this up. Let him start drilling with them. It'll be perfect. It'll be fine. It'll be awesome. Oh, hello. Ming is absolutely destroying Korchin. And apparently Mongolia and Oirat. Looks like the Timurids have eaten Baluchistan. Sind also took a bite. Timurids are eating down toward India. Delhi is super small. Majapahit still hasn't unified this island. Oh, actually, they are a tributary of Majapahit. So technically, and so is this guy. So technically, Majapahit has consolidated this island. Technically. With a very, very loose technicality. Seeing as they are his subjects. But still. Alright, cool. We can pay off another loan. No, we can't, because that interest is starting to accrue. Okay, that's fine. So, let's see, how can we get just a quick... without having to give them money? We can't. Okay, so we just have to wait for that to tick up naturally. Wonderful. Okay, who is this? I don't know who that is. But apparently they're my subject. Who are you? this one? Oh. Right. You're the one that I released through the event. Okay. Okay. It's fine. I'm only slightly losing my mind. Don't worry about it. It is okay. Oh. This is ridiculous. Okay. We'll recall the diplomat with Yamana, apparently. You're not even close to liking us enough. You are. I could annex you. So I will. Even though that's just going to give me another -3 Diplo rep. Or no, it doesn't stack, right? It just... I don't know what this means. Neo-Confucianism. I don't know what this actually means for me. But I would like to gain yearly legitimacy, please. Does it actually make me lose another 3, or does it just reset the timer on the -3? I'm pretty sure it just resets the timer on the -3, but I could be very wrong. Okay. So the revolt will happen... Okay. Okay. So it will fire in this province. I really don't want to maintain a fort. This says it'll happen in 3.7 years. Okay. Well, we'll see how accurate that is. What is your opinion of me? 200. So I can annex you as well. Beautiful. That's what I want. I want to annex all of these dudes before I form Japan. Because I'm not sure if I lose the shogunate. If I form Japan. Because this looks like I lose them. So, yeah. I want to annex at least most of them before I actually click the button. But, let's see. This looks like I lose them all. But I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of that means. Has not enacted daimyo. Has not enacted independent daimyo. I don't know what that means. What is this? Oh. An affair. think out of these I'd rather lose the prestige, honestly. Yeah. So I don't want to lose my subjects. They really need to word this stuff better, because I don't know what's happening. Okay, how's the mandate doing? It's doing even better than it was the last time I checked. Oh. I don't want to give up crown land. God, Away Rat is getting smashed by Ming right now. Okay. Hold on. I need to know. Alright, I need to Google this. I need to know if I'll actually lose them. Or not. So let me come over here. I'm getting a lot of notifications on my phone all of a sudden. Never mind, let me... The hell is this? This isn't what I want. Take me to Google so I can search up what I want. Okay. Okay. I need to know. I need to know what's happening. Continue. Okay, so everything here is telling me to just integrate my subjects. So I'm apparently doing the right thing. They're telling me I want to click this button, not this one. Which is exactly what I actually wanted while I was looking at the rewards for them. So, what I need is to not have any daimyos. And I need to own all of the main Japanese islands, so like all of this. Okay, so we're just annexing subjects then. We're making our subjects love us, and then we're annexing them. And that's what today is. Yeah, alright, F16. Wait, what? Oh, right, because this is Admin Tech 5. I know what I'm doing. I know what's happening. No, I don't. I'm completely lost. Okay. Right. So... Yo, I knew. You know when I told you I wanted you to give me manpower? I changed my mind. Wait. Amount too small. The expected tribute at the end of this year will amount to 0. Wow. Oh, in order to give one, they need 33 total development. Okay. I didn't know that. What is his total development? 5, 8, 12. Sorry, 11. His total development now is equivalent to the development of what used to be his capital. Just throwing that out there. Alright. Need you to stop drilling, because these dudes are going to start firing. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. Move through that way. That's the best way. There we go. Okay, now we can test this. It does just reset the timer. Okay. Good. I can't annex him until 93. Because reasons. Man. He's really not gonna like me for a long time. Same with Chicago, though, to be fair. I mean, look at all this. Oh, liberated our provinces? Oh, yeah, that's right. I killed his rebels for him. And unsieged his province. Okay, let's improve relations with Ashikaga. Okay, cool. Guess we'll just integrate these guys into the army. Alright, beautiful. So we've almost gotten to a point where we can form Japan. Almost. We have a truce with this guy for another 7 years. So that, I think, is going to be the longest thing we have to wait for, honestly. No, this is 93, 96. Oh, never. Excuse me, never mind. 93. 94. Okay, so this is the longest one. Okay, good to know. I would like to move on in to the Manchuria area. I'd be a big fan of that situation. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Cool. We need to pay off more loans. Nailed it. Okay. 76% of the way through that annexation. And then... Chicago. Wait, how much can I improve it by? Only 18 more. Wow, okay. Lose a bunch of sailors, that's fine. Don't really care. Wait a minute. Oh no, wait, I vassalized Ryukyu before. Oh! I could annex him now. Really? But he hasn't been my vassal for at least 10 years. I don't think. Has he? I don't know. But honestly, Ashikaga's opinion of me no longer matters to me. Ryukyu, hello, improve relations. How much can I improve by? 130. Ryukyu loves me. Okay. They absolutely love me. Alright. I know, I'm a glorious shogun. I'm the best shogun. The best shogun that ever gunned shows. Sure, because that's a saying. Lose 5 diplo power. That's power. This is fine. This is fine. It's all gonna be just fine. We're not too worried about it. We are not. Okay. Okay. We've almost finished annexing Shiba. So that'll be one less daimyo. Somehow, while we have less daimyos, I'm making more money from subjects. So I don't know how that's happening. But I'm okay with it. Totally okay with that. More money is definitely a good thing. So, the more money they want to give me, the happier I'm going to be, honestly. I mean, we're just going to annex them eventually, but whatever. Money in the meantime. There we go. Integration is a slow process. It is indeed. Does anybody like me enough to be integrated? You do, but you haven't been my vassal long enough. Who's close? Yamana is close. If I improve relations with them, how much could I... Only 6. Wonderful. Yeah, that whole annexed vassals thing is really gonna peeve you off for a while. I understand. I get it. I get it. That's fine. You also have cores in my land. Yeah. Yeah, you do, don't you? Well, you know, that's what happens. You shouldn't have, conquered everyone. Then I wouldn't have come back and conquered you. Don't stop being dumb. And you're gonna be fine, I promise. I'm not that bad. I'm the best shogun that ever was. This is Pokemon now, alright? I'm the best. Best there ever was. Ryukyu. 87 opinion of me. Go up by 106 more, so I will be able to integrate them as soon as that's done. Beautiful. Recall that diplomat. That was short-lived. Alright, improve relations with this guy. I've forgotten how much it improves relations if you royal marry them. We'll go with lower advisor cost. I've forgotten how much that improves relations by, if I'm honest. Would he even royally marry me? We already are. Okay, never mind. Right. Okay. Sure. So, what is your opinion of me? Only 92. Okay, it's fine. You haven't been my vassal long enough. You only have 105 opinion of me because annexed vassals. I'm improving relations with you right now. That one's not you. This... Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that'll improve by 87 more, so that's fine. I'll also be able to annex him once this gets up. Like, I can get him up to high enough relations without having to give him money and stuff. Stuff. If my voice would work, that would be nice. I like it when my voice functions. Okay. Another 5 years before we can declare war on this guy. So, that's fine. Ming, what is your opinion of me? Not super high. Your opinion of me is actually really low. Heretic religion, broke royal marriage. I broke our royal marriage? I don't remember doing that. Protectionism. I don't even know what that means. I didn't even realize there was a modifier for that in this game. Okay. So we have 2 more troops over here that we could add into our army. Wait, what is our force limit? Okay, our force limit has gone up enough to be able to accommodate those extra units. Good. Okay, oh, we have an extra boat over here, too. Let's bring that over here. Join these fellers up. There we go. Okay. Renewed a loan. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. How many of the burger loans do we have left? 2. We have 2 more burger loans left. And then we can then go indebted to them again to pay off the ones with high interest. Which is fine. That's kind of the plan at the moment. As I integrate subjects, this cost is just going up and up and up. So that's fine. I'm really not too worried about that, honestly. You can do another one of these. Have a temple in the place. Have a barracks in a place. Or base production. You know what? I'm down for that. Base production in Nissan. Where's Nissan? Which one's Nissan again? This one. Cool. Take that money. That'll help me to pay off one of these loans. There we go. Now we're down to 3 loans. And only one of them is from the estates. We are slowly but surely working our way out of debt. Okay. You are getting close. Do we have a royal marriage still? Yes. Okay. I would really rather not give you money, because I'm not going to get that back when I integrate you. Oh. I could release another dude. I don't want to release another dude. We're trying to get rid of all of our dudes. No, I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We're trying to get rid of all of our subjects. We're integrating. We can't... We want to form Japan eventually, and we can't do that if I keep releasing more and more subjects. Just can't do it, man. I'm sorry. Water. Delicious. Fort defense or siege ability. Neither one really matters because I don't feel like we're going to be attacked anytime soon. Or attack anybody anytime soon. So... Because we still have to wait another 4 years to be able to attack this guy. Yamana's gonna hate us for a long time, and I don't really care. Yamana can shove off. We're getting really close to being able to take our first idea group, which will be nice. I like idea groups. We're probably gonna go with exploration, honestly, because we do want to go colonial. But we also we want to go colonial, is what I'm saying. We want the Americas. That's my point. America. We want it. It's our land. Everyone else just doesn't know it yet. But it is ours. Eventually. Okay. Really like to be able to start these annexations without having to give them money, because we will not get money back after integrating. Is there an easy way for us to get money right now? I mean, we could exploit development, but our economy isn't very good. I can yoink crown land again. But if I yoink crown land, we'll have some problems. You know what? I feel like it's worth it. I honestly feel like it's worth it to be able to then sell off titles and wow, okay. We have Shinto zealots in a Shinto province, in a Shinto nation. I don't understand. Oh, these are also Shinto zealots. What? Oh, it was because of the estates thing. We must have pissed off the clergy. Yeah. Okay. So that's how Ainu got the same ones too. They also pissed off their clergy. I understand how that works now. I get it. It suddenly makes sense. It suddenly makes perfect sense to me. I get it. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Okay, now the question is, okay, fewer rebel units and fewer rebel-controlled provinces. Oh, but we also have separatists down here. Okay. Okay, so let's come down here and ruin these guys' day. We are temporarily going to turn this fort on, just in case they move over to that. So we're going to turn that fort on temporarily. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. So, hopefully, we're going to be able to sell titles before before we take out another loan. We will, by the way, be able to do that. It'll be fine. Okay. Shift consolidate. Because we don't want to bull consolidate. Because we don't want to have to spend the money to field new troops. Come on. Thank you very much. Head back to the capital now. Actually, shift consolidate first. Then we sell off titles. Make everybody happy. It's a glorious day. Everybody's happy. Nailing it. Alright. Now, we can pay off the last burger loan. We can also pay off our largest loan. And then we come over here and we take out more burger loans. And with that, we embrace the Renaissance, first and foremost. And then we go into our economy tab. We pay off. I was hoping to pay off. Oh, we did pay off the non-burger loan. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're only indebted to our estate, and we have the Renaissance. And we have an idea group. There we go. Beautiful. That was a good call, I think. Oh, right. I thought both armies were already there. I forgot I had paused the game. Okay. Beautiful. Let's merge these armies up and then shift consolidate. You know what? I'll get a cannon. Why not? We'll put a cannon on there. I know they're expensive to maintain, but cannons. Come on, man. We'll, park this fleet in Nissan. Okay. We'll take Miltech, sure. We're gonna have unbalanced research, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. For being 100% real with you. Not worried about it at all. Okay. So now we can't recruit an explorer because we need 49 Diplo points. So that's going to take us a few months, but we'll get there. And then we can start exploring, which would be beautiful. We want to drill the army. Come on. Do the thing. Thank you. Okay. So now, my vassals who have the best opinion of me. Kono. Oh. My general died. Okay. Well, who has the best general? 3422? That's the one. Yamana. Hello, my friend. Give me your general. Also, I'll placate you a couple of times. Thanks. Thank you for the general, Yamana. I appreciate you. You've been a good vassal. sort of. Even though you've been really annoying and disloyal, and I really don't like you very well. It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. How much are these loans for? 166 ducats apiece. Alright, so how much are they actually going to cost me to pay off? 173 ducats apiece. Alright, well, we're not going to be getting that anytime soon, but, you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure it will be just fine. Our name is looking nice. Korea is currently losing war against Jin Zhao. Well, Jin Zhao declared war on them. Oh, they're also a tributary of Ming, though. Okay, so out of curiosity, Hai Chi wouldn't defend, but Ming would. Okay. I was hoping Ming would not defend them, but here we are. Wow, you still have these animist zealots, even though all your land is animist? Congratulations on sucking at life. Oh, alright. We can almost integrate Kono, which is this guy. Wow. Really bad at knowing which one is which. A royal marriage with Yamana is over. Fine. If it keeps you loyal. I'm down to be royal married to you. I really don't want to have to placate. But he's disloyal. That's annoying. Who is this? What? Okay, so first off, let's bring this dude back. And we'll improve relations with Yamana, which won't help a whole lot, but hopefully it'll be enough to get them to stop being disloyal. Okay. Ow, my finger. Okay, so honestly, god damn, this is not going to help my situation at all. I can't. But I could integrate him, and I wanted to. You're just making my life more difficult. Yamana, you're a jerk. Okay. So, why is he so disloyal? Let's just send him a gift. We have an admiral with 40 tradition now. Wow. That's fine. My name is no longer big across the thing because I gave that back to Ashikaga. Just to make it, I'm just going to integrate him in a little while anyway, so whatever. Alright, now at least Yamana is loyal enough that he's not going to, he's below 50%, so that's all I really care about. He's below 50%. Oh, fuck. Okay. Recall that diplomat, because it no longer matters. This gentleman has a really good opinion of me. Aha! But I can't annex him for... actually just a couple of weeks. How many would it cost me per month? 4. Just got these 2 annexations going at once, don't mind me. Nobody told you we were suddenly gonna start speedrunning? Korea is being thoroughly annihilated. Oh, also, I can now force him to commit seppuku. It'll increase his liberty desire back above 50%, though. Honestly, it's fine. I need the points. And then we just placate to get him as close to 50 as we can. We got a decent amount of points for that as well. Okay, and then I guess we royal marry him, and that'll make him loyal again. There we go. Look at us figuring out how diplomacy works. We're nailing this. We'll be Japan in no time. No time at all. Yeah, alright. We're over our relationship limit. Well, so now we're losing a Diplo point a month. While we're annexing vassals. But that's fine. That's fine. We're only losing 1 a month. So, I feel like that's okay. Maybe I should hire a military advisor. I don't have money to hire a military advisor. What am I talking about? I don't have a treasury. Excuse me. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I don't have a treasury. I mean, I know we could click this button, but we really don't want to click that one. We want to click this one. So, that's why we're integrating everyone. It's a nice general there. I mean, I already yoinked one of their generals. You're still dealing with these... You have 9,000... Oh, that's only 3,000. Never mind. I thought that was 9. I was going to say, you have 9,000 dudes, and you're not dealing with this problem? Like... Is this not his capital anymore? No. This is now. Why did he move his capital? What is happening? What the hell is Ainu doing? I have no idea what he's doing. Wow. Holy shit. Where are you going? Oh, Ashikaga is also in the war. Can I force him to just stop? No. Well, that's unfortunate. I wish I could just force him to just, you know, stop declaring wars. But whatever. Whatever. Okay, it'll be fine. Ryukyu is done being annexed. Congratulations, me. That gives us a little bit of prestige back, which is beautiful. Alright, we group this up. We move these dudes over here. Actually, I lied. We move them over here. No, please. I want them over here. I lied. I lied. I want them here. I want them here. I mean, I actually want them here, but... You know, if this is the way you want to do it, that's fine. I mean, I can't tell you how to do your job, but... this doesn't seem like the optimal way to make this happen. And you're a computer, so you should be doing things the optimal way, yeah? I mean, I'm a dumb human, so... me not being able to do things the optimal way makes sense, but... you not doing things the optimal way doesn't make any sense. So I'm a little corn-fuzzled. Okay, just join the army. We're still below our force limit. Are we still below naval force limit? No, we're at naval force limit, which is fine. Yeah, we'll take admin tech. We can convert a province to Shinto? Oh, right. They were animist. We want that 100% religious unity, so... let's do it. Shinto, I read that Shinto is a really good religion in the game. But I don't know why. I mean, I like this plus 10% morale of armies. That's nice. I am a big fan of that. But I don't fully understand why they told me that it's the best, like one of the best religions in the game. I don't understand what these incidents do for the country. I don't know. I have no idea. Because it doesn't tell you. How does this keep happening? He has a province that just keeps, like, migrating, and I don't understand. Wait, was that not annexing a vassal? No, it wasn't. Okay, do I have another one that would be willing to be annexed? You're already being annexed. I don't think I've had you for long. I'm a liar, apparently. Okay. So we'll just annex him then. That'll be fine. I didn't think I'd already been playing for over 10 years tonight. I thought that I was moving slower than that. Okay. We're getting close to that being done. We're converting Okinawa for that sweet, sweet 100% religious unity. Let's see. That's the wrong button. Wow. Oh yeah, because we're spending all of our Diplo points. I forgot about that. Annexations, man. Completely forgot. It was dumb for me to take a Diplo idea. I knew I was going to be annexing. Oh well. I should just slow down and annex only one person at a time from here on in. After this annexation is done, just focus on one at a time. Also, I think I can declare war on him again. Yep. We can come down here and finish what we started. Which will also be nice. That'll get rid of one more area that we won't need to worry about anymore. We're getting really close. I don't understand what's happening in Ainu, though. His capital just keeps moving. Like, it was here. He owned all three of these. Then suddenly, this was his capital, and he didn't control this province anymore. It was uncolonized territory. Then suddenly, this was his capital, and he still controlled this, but didn't control this, and now, suddenly, this is his capital again. But he still controls this and not this. I don't understand what's happening in Ainu. I don't get it. I mean, unless that was attempts at colonization and I just didn't realize it. Do you have any ideas? You've taken religious ideas. So it definitely wasn't... That's funny to me. You've taken religious ideas. You have 100% religious unity, because you are animist, and all of your provinces are already animist. So you have 100% religious unity. You have animist zealots, but you've taken religious ideas. I don't understand what's happening to Ainu. I don't get it. I'm not comprehending whatever's happening to them. So, yeah. Alright, we're gonna come down here. And then we're gonna declare war on this feller. We're gonna take all their land. There'll be 2 less provinces we have to worry about later. You know, Yamana, it's one thing to lose a war. It's another thing entirely to lose a war you declared. I almost feel sorry for you, honestly. But at the same time, I don't feel sorry for you. You've been a dick this entire campaign so far. So, I kind of hope that they take some of your provinces. I mean, if not all of them. You're at war with this guy and this guy. So they could theoretically just take all your provinces, which would make it so much easier for me to annex. And I already forced him to commit seppuku, because he is the one who declared the war. I already did that. I got my monarch points. So, why are you floating around? Wait, what? What just happened to that ship? What are you doing? Protecting trade in the Nippon node. How about instead you join up with the rest of my navy? That's really good, but I need you to have an explorer. If that ever... God, he's so bad, though. Jesus. Okay, so now I want you to explore the Northwest Pacific Sea. There you go. Beautiful. We want to start discovering this stuff over here, because we want to go over and colonize America as best we can, anyway. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to declare this war. Hello. War declaration. Doesn't matter which one I declare for, really. Come over here. Stack wipe this guy. He'll probably come and siege down this province, and we'll be fine. Yeah, see, there it goes. Good vassal. Proud of you. Alright, we're gonna send this army to the capital. Alright. Anybody else? Who's next up on the chopping block? Anybody else willing to be vassalized? Or not vassalized, but integrated. You suck at life, so we're not worried about you. Shoni, once upon a time, was willing. Or no, it was Kono. Never mind. I lied. Kono. Which is this fellow right here. Hello. I would like... I'll royal marry you. Get your opinion up a little bit. Although that's going to... Oh, never mind. We're good. Okay. So we're at our relationship limit. Beautiful. And then we're going to want to improve relations. Because I'm fairly certain they're probably actually going to win this war. And it'll be fine. If not, why are you guys not attacking? What? You have twice the number of men. Why are you not attacking? What is your major malfunction? Will you just... Wait. What? I'm so confused. The AI is just being dumb. I don't know what's happening around me anymore. Let's just take a look at what's going on over here. Haichi barely exists. Korea... White peace with Jinsao? Maybe? I don't know. Timurids are slowly moving in to India. We do this, we take all their money, and thanks for playing. Alright, and then we core this up. Beautiful. Who's pissed off and why? Yamana. I don't care. Timurids are moving in. That's where I was at. Sind went into Baluchistan here. Delhi's grown since I looked over here last. They did only have these 4 provinces. They've taken these 2. Gujarat is being massacred. Bahmanis doesn't look any different. Bengal looks fine. This all looks good. Majapahit. These are both his tributaries. I've looked into it because I was confused as to how he hadn't consolidated this island yet. But technically he has... Wait, is this also him? No, okay. Alright, this all looks the same. Alright, back to our little derps over here. There you go. Wait. What is force limit? Okay, we're still at our force limit. Excuse me. Beautiful. We're still at our force limit. That's what we like to see. Now you're gonna come over here and try to unsiege this. Even though you very easily could have stopped them from sieging it down in the first place. What is that, a white piece? Did you guys seriously just white piece? Look. Alright. I don't understand what's going on with all of you guys. But holy shit. Alright. I mean, that's worth it for the money in and of itself, but we need the Diplo points. This is the third time tonight we've had a comet. Third. I don't understand why we're getting so many comets. Man, that's obnoxious. Okay, Okinawa. We're now at 100% religious unity again. Yay, we did the thing. Congrats us. We did it. Alright. You're still angry. That's fine. I don't really care. Maybe I'll improve relations with you again. Yeah, for the 12 points that I can get. It's fine. Whatever. Are you happy enough with me to... No, you're not. Okay. Can I get you high enough? No, is the answer to that question. Awesome. You... Wait a minute. Okay, that is positive 38. I thought that said negative. It's like, how is that possible that he's still friendly towards me? Ashikaga, what do you think of me? Hello? 46. Wow. You guys... I mean, I know... I've annexed a lot of people. Minus 164 for annexed vassals. Maybe we should just let that cool down a little bit. I have been annexing people very quickly. Maybe I should just, you know, cool off on the annexation for a little while. What are you doing? You're also steering trade, or protecting trade in the Nippon node. I really want this cord to stay back where I told it to be, so that it's not pressed up against my arm and annoying me. Alright, we now know about this area. We did the thing. Yay! Congrats us. Okay, now go explore some more. The Northwest Pacific coast. Go. Go do the thing. I believe in you. Don't let me down. It's probably gonna let me down. Let's be real here. You still at 51% or has it gone up? You're at 57 now. Okay, whatever. Placate. It's annoying. Alright. So, we're cooling down on... whatever the word is I'm looking for. Annexing our vassals. So we're going to improve relations with these two. Yeah, nobody down here gives a rat's ass about us. Nivik is allied to Salon and Ainu. Okay. So we don't really care about them. What was Donghai's opinion of us? Not very high at all. China thinks very lowly of us. Whereas, no, this is our opinion of Ming. Never mind, I saw this backwards. Ming likes us well enough. We're still set to friendly, yeah? Yeah, cool. Can we set this guy to friendly? No. We don't want him on friendly anyway. We wanted Donghai on friendly. Neutral. Okay, that's fine. One of our dude bros is dead, but honestly, I think that's fine for now. You guys are just gonna keep drilling. 'Cause we're not going to war anytime soon. We're just chilling back, annexing vassals. Not annexing vassals. You need to slow down on that. We want to go to war with Korea. I'll send an alliance offer to Donghai. I feel like that'll be fine. We'll send an alliance offer to Donghai. We want to go to war with Korea. The problem is that they are a tributary of Ming, and Ming would defend them if we declared. So we need to figure out a way to stop Ming from doing that. My thought was to just get Ming's opinion of me up really high. And all of that stuff. But then I remembered Korea is a subject. So he'll defend him most likely anyway. No, we don't want to ally Korea. I want to go to war with Korea. Oirat, what do you think of me? You don't think anything of me. You already got your ass handed to you by Ming. I don't care about you. I don't know why I thought about you in this conversation that I'm having with me. Let's see. Army professionalism is getting pretty good up there. Or pretty high up there. We are over our cap on manpower. Because we're professionals and that's how we operate. We need to come back over here and tell him to give us money instead. Because that's now what we want. Is money instead of manpower. That's where we got that extra 300 manpower, actually. Or that extra 100 manpower, now that I actually pay attention to what the numbers actually are. That's where we got that. Hello, you have a nice general there. Not as good as mine that I stole from Yamana. Okay. Okay. Again, we could click this button, but we want to click this one. So, yeah. We need to save up some Diplo points as well, because we want this colonist. Not that our economy can really support a colonist, but I feel like it's worth it if we go into a little bit of debt in exchange for colonies. Yoink. Alright. Worst come to worst, we could always exploit some development. Let's see. Yeah, taxation is where we're making most of our money. So, okay. Explore there. There you go. Do the thing that I told you to do just now. I should probably set at least one of our dudes here to just always be improving with subjects. And then the other to just improve with allies. I think that'll be fine. Wait, can we not improve Donghai's opinion of us? Donghai wants a royal marriage. Do I want a relationship that permanent? The answer is not really. But I guess we'll do it anyway. So how's the world coming? The world's coming along all right. We've almost finished consolidating Japan. So we got that going for us. We're now allied to Donghai here. Majapahit. These are both his subjects, so he's fully consolidated this island. India is always a mess, pretty much. The Timurids still exist, so good for them. They really shouldn't exist at this point in the game. Historically speaking, at this point in history, they no longer existed, so they really shouldn't exist. But they do, so good for them. We are exploring because we want to colonize. Ooh, separatists. Donghai separatists. It's possible that our ally might get a little bit bigger. Oh no. Our dude that we stole from our dude is dead. Oh no. That's so terrible. You have a good general. Let me just Who are you again? You're Kono? Let me just... yoink. You did have a good general. Thank you for that. He's mine now. And then we drill. We just keep drilling. Because we want that army professionalism. It's very important to us that we have professionalism. Very, very important. Ming needs to, like, lose the mandate or something. This is... I don't want Ming to be Korea's overlord, because I want to attack Korea and not fight Ming. And the mandate just keeps going up, so now he has bonuses instead of malices, which is obnoxious. I just want to fight Korea. That's all I want. I just want to eat, like, all of this. And then eventually all of Korea. And eventually all of everything here. But for right now, I would settle for, like, this island. And maybe a few provinces along the coast. I mean, I'd be down to... These are pretty good provinces. 12 development, 10 development. A couple of 12 development provinces here. Like, these seem nice. I'd like that. This capital is only 13 development. Bro. How much development do I have? 24 development in my capital. I also have 36 development over here. A general with 40 tradition? Bro. You suck. You're worse than the one I already have. You know, the one I stole from my vassal. But that's beside the point. Doesn't matter where I got it. Still have it. Stolen! Doesn't matter. It's fine. I just keep looking at India. It looks delicious. I want it. But we need to finish consolidating Japan. Which unfortunately means we need to sit tight for a little while and get rid of that minus 161 annexed vassals malice so that we can annex the rest of our vassals without having to worry about that. Why are you not actually improving relations with Donghai? Can I not get our relation any higher? Oh, because I'm already improving relations with Donghai. Let me bring that one back so that this one can do what I told it to do. There we go. That's better. I knew. How do you feel about me? Oh, I'm improving relations with you right now. Cool. Well, I mean, I have nothing else to do with my diplomats, so improve with my vassals. Do that. And then we sit here and we wait until some of these numbers go above 190. With our... Oh my god. You had a negative 41 opinion of me? Really? How is he still friendly, though? Wouldn't he want... Well, because he's my subject. That's the only reason. Wow. Wow. Okay. Colonist. Yes, please. Okay, now we set a native policy. We want 0 uprisings possible. And I think our plan of action is to either colonize down here in the Philippines or to colonize this and start conquering up here, which I feel like that is the better idea. Get a slightly larger power base through conquering, so that I don't have to worry as much about spending money on the colonist and taking forever to grow through colonization. Because that will take a while. Not only is it going to take a full month, another full month to get there, but it'll take a couple of years to finish colonizing this. Why are you sat here. I only have 4 light ships here, so let's come down here to Studio Ghibli and hang out. Tech. We could take another idea group if we take admin tech next. Or if we take the next admin tech, which we will, because we're not coring any land, so we've got nothing better to do with the admin points. There we go. Now this is gonna take a long time. We have a spread of 10 a year. And we need 1,000 in order to finish the colony. So that's gonna take a good long time. Granted, we could get some events to make it go a little faster, but I don't know why I'm doing this. We still have loans. We could reduce inflation, which will help a bit. Let's see here. As soon as I can click this button again, we could sell off titles and then revoke some land so that we can get some money. Have some money in our treasury. Are we at our naval force limit? Yes. I believe we're also at our land force limit. No, we can have one more troop. Not that we have the economy to support said troop, but wait a minute. Why are my forts fully maintained? Let me not have that be a thing. And then we'll see, because that costs money to have them fully maintained. So I don't want that. Okay, so how does that help our economy? We're going to go from 1.27 ducats lost to gaining 0.26 ducats. Look at that. Ugh, what a great idea I had. God, so smart. Let me just toot my own horn for a minute. Ugh. I'm basically just reassuring myself that I'm not a complete and total moron. So we are 3 years ahead of time on Miltech. Wait a minute, what is the next institution? Colonialism. Province owner, have quest for the new world. I would have to hold a province in North America or South America, which I don't. So I'm not going to spawn this. I can't spawn it because I'm not in America yet. I'll get there though. I'll get there. Okay. If I were to colonize this, then I'd have more colonial range. So that would be nice. That would allow me to then hop from here over toward America. God, Uzbek's name is big. Hello. Looks like Madribari still exists. Yemen is holding out. Hormuz has expanded a little bit, I think. Good for them. Good for them. What is this? Lose a stab. Nah, I'd rather lose government reform progress. I should honestly be colonizing Taiwan. This is really good development. But I don't care as much about Taiwan as I do about everything else right now. I want to be able to get on to the mainland here, onto mainland Asia. I want to conquer the Manchuria area. You're allied to my subject and Ceylon. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're allied to a person I don't know about yet. So I can't do shit to you. Can't reach you anyway. I don't have coring range. The green bar is always just the best option. If there's a green bar in those events, that's always the best one. There are 0 exceptions to that rule. It's there because of something that gives you a bonus, so it's normally a trait of your ruler. 50 admin points or 5 army tradition. I'm down for more admin points. I'd like to get a second idea group. I like the sound of that. The question is, which idea group would we want? Should probably go economic. But I'd like to go expansion for the colonists, mostly. Yeah, I think we'll actually end up going expansion. We won't have enough money to maintain the second colonist, but we're gonna use them anyway, so it's fine. Worst come to worst, we take out another loan. That's fine. Yeah. And we can always exploit development. How much money would I get if I exploited development? Not in that province. Wait a minute. This would give me 11 ducats. That would give me 40 ducats. Ugh, beautiful. This would give me 98 ducats. Ugh, gorgeous. 98 ducats in exchange for a few admin points? Like, sure. I'll take this while it's still cheap enough for me to do so. Reform our dudes so that we have better units. Beautiful. They're also gonna cost more, though, I believe. Unless I'm just dumb, which is very, very much a possibility. Yeah. I would like to get up here. Start moving this way. But, yeah. Maybe we could do that with our second colonist. No, our second colonist needs to come down here and colonize Taiwan to get all this beautiful development. This is 23 development, or 22 development, just hanging out down here. And I want it. Wait, what was that? Tropical. Okay, nice, nice. Okay. Beautiful. So all of our dudes are idle now. You still hate the shit out of me. All of my vassals hate me a lot. Because of that whole annexed vassals thing, you know. Holding that against me. Just because I annexed other vassals doesn't mean you should be angry. Like, come on. I didn't annex you. So you should be grateful you still exist. Can I claim a province here now? It looks like I could. So let's not ally them. We want to build spy network. We want to build the spy network. There we go. Okay. Because then we'll just come and conquer him. And that'll be an easy way for us to get on. This was my whole plan. Colonize this, attack him, get into Manchuria. Have a power base excuse me, have land in Manchuria so that I don't have to land ships in my enemy's land. Because I don't want the malices to a naval landing. I would much prefer to be able to start off on the island. That's a lie. We'll have it in October. I don't know why you're lying to me, but here we are. Do we take expansion or do we take a military idea group? Wait. Corruption costs us money, honestly, so we can't afford that. No, we go expansion. We stick to what I said. This is how we're gonna play this. Because we want to stay up to date on mil tech. So Renaissance, we're the only ones over here that have the Renaissance. Oh, cool. We actually, for once, got not the rebels. Okay, awesome. When can we yoink? Oh, almost a full year. Until we can yoink Crown Land again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we want the colonial range, actually. I don't know why I'm flipping back and forth between these. We want the colonial range. I don't know why I paused. I did that on accident. I don't know what I'm doing. It just sometimes looks like I know what I'm doing. Alright, so... he's allied to my vassal. And also Ceylon. So... okay. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I will land my troops up here and invade him directly. My other vassals will deal with this guy. My vassals will deal with my tributary. Which, worst come to worst, I'll just annex him too, which will give me a little bit more colonial range, and the ability to lay claim to this province, which means I can take that province, which gives me even more colonial range in this direction. So, I'm actually okay with this whole situation. We want a Diplo guy. We want the diplomatic reputation. That's extremely important. National manpower modifier is fine. We're chill with that. And then we're not going to take an admin advisor. Because, mostly because our economy definitely cannot handle that. And now we have one Diplo rep. So how much do you hate me now? Just as much. Wow, okay. Sure. How close are we? Fairly. Okay. So, wait a minute. What is our Diplotech? We are 14 years ahead of time on Diplotech. Okay. So, if we feel like we need to do some developing, we'll do it with mill points. We're almost done with the spy network. I'll start moving my army over. think we're at full drill. Yeah. We're at full drill, so literally everything was going directly to professionalism. Which is beautiful, honestly. Absolutely beautiful. Sure, I don't care about the prestige. I'll take the Diplo points. We were just talking about how we need Diplo points, so down for that. I'll take them. Okay. We are making 7 mil power a month, so we might actually turn on war taxes during this fight. Just for the sake of not losing as much money. Court, please. If you would do as I asked you to do, that would be awesome. Thanks. Oh, my ear's ringing. Like, really loudly. Tinnitus sucks. That's all I really have to say on that matter. That's 3 development. This is 11 development. You know what? We're going to claim that province instead. Even though we should declare for this one. Just so we have an easy war goal. I'm not gonna. I want this province to be cheaper to take. And get less aggressive expansion for it. Because it's its highest development province. So it's the one that would cost the most. No, I actually want you in here. My own subject insulted me. Thanks for that. That's fine. I'm pretty sure you and I are about to go to war anyhow, so... How many troops you got? 3? Cool. My other vassals have a combined 2, 7, 11, 14... Shit. The war gets delayed. Because I gotta go deal with these rebels. What are your troops? Oh, you have 6 galleys. I'd honestly really rather not. Colonial range. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Actually, the question here is... How good is the guy they want to install? He's a 124, which is not as good as the guy we already have. So, we don't want them enforcing demands. We still can't... Oh, wait, we can't yoink specifically because of the rebels at this point. Okay. So we need to take care of the rebels before we can do our... estate stuff. Sure, I'll royal marry you because that's one of the only things keeping you loyal. Or at least it was. Yeah, it still is, actually. We just took out another loan, so that's fun. We're trying to get rid of our loans, but here we are taking out more. It's fine. 3 of them are from the estates, so... They're only 1% interest. Salon, we're just gonna piece them out for money in the war. Of course we have to beat up our... Oh, shit. I forgot to turn that fort on. So now they're going to siege it down for free, essentially, and I'm going to have to siege down a level 3 fort. which is annoying as shit. This game would be too much for me. I would be so lost. Dude, I've been playing it for years, and I still get lost sometimes. And I've been playing it for a very, very long time. We do want you to go explore. Hold on. We want you to explore the Northwest Pacific Ocean. Because we want to move on to America. The game is very complicated. There's a lot going on in the game. And just trade alone, this, in and of itself, is enough to confuse most people. So, like, I get it. I honestly, I fully understand. I need to finish off the rebel. Excuse me. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the game is very complicated. It took me quite a while to start getting the hang of this game, if I'm being totally honest. It took me a little while. Most of these guys have lost their professionalism. Sadness. Oh, it's because they're dead. So it's very sad. And every couple of years, they just add more to the game. They add, like, more mechanics. They've changed a lot of stuff, honestly. Like, this whole deal didn't used to be a thing. This whole page didn't used to exist. Before it didn't exist, it was a completely different page. Like, it's a complicated game. Okay. Austria's barely even a world power. You like to see that. Okay. No, this game is a lot of fun, though. At least I think it is. I thoroughly enjoy this game. It is my most played game on Steam. And I've played it on 2 different Steam accounts. The account I'm playing on right now is not even my Steam account. I'm playing it on my best friend's Steam account. Because he has more of the DLC than I do. He doesn't actually play the game. He initially bought it to play it with me, but he couldn't wrap his brain around it. So I just play it on his account, so I have access to more of the DLCs. I think with this, we'll actually we don't have enough money to pay off a loan. That's fine. We'll just keep this. It's fine. Not worried about it. Oh, wait, did that say we were losing 4 ducats a month? Oh my god. But yeah, so on this account, let's see. I've put 390 hours into this game on this account, and then I believe I have somewhere around 600 hours in the game on my account. So I have about 1,000 hours put into this game. And that's in online time. In offline mode, which does not count towards your hours played, I've put at least another 500 hours into the game. So I have around 1,600 hours put into this game. So I've spent a significant portion of time playing this game. And even with that much time in the game, in the EU4 community, I'm still considered a noob. Why do I have vision over here? I want the 30 Diplo points. Duh. Why do I have this vision? Korchin, Yaren, Wayrat, Salon. Oh, Donghai has a troop there. Okay. I thought I saw a spider on my on my microphone stand. I was about to be really upset. Oof. Chin's getting itchy. You're not exploring where I thought you would be exploring. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Northwest Pacific. Never mind. For some dumb reason, I had it in my brain that it was exploring the Northeast Pacific. But I'm just a moron, so don't mind me. Okay, we need to finish this. Wait for our fleet to get back. It's almost done. Wait for our fleet to get back, siege this down. Because we need to put our army back over here. Actually want some military access. Because they do have ships. Which means they could stop me from crossing this strait right here. This right here means there's a strait, so I can cross without having to get on boats. But he also has boats, which could potentially stop me from crossing the strait. If the boats are in this body of water here, it could stop me from crossing the strait. I don't know why I hit escape. That was really, really dumb. Okay. We finished sieging it. So now we're gonna move our dudes all the way up here. Because that'll make it less tiles that we have to cover to get the armies going where I want them. So okay, actually, you know what? Let me just okay. We're just gonna bring the army over here to the province of Olch, here in my allies' land. Have to summon the word. Jesus. And then we'll have at least a handful of troops parked right here. He's a Miltech 7. I'm a Miltech 9. So I have a very significant advantage over his army, which is nice. I like having a Miltech advantage. Makes my life very easy. We could click the button to unite Japan, but we don't want to click that one. We want to click this one, which in order to do that, we have to have no subjects, which is why I'm waiting and trying to integrate my subjects down here. You still hate me a lot. It's gonna take a long time for this malice to go away. Ashikaga, what do you think of me? I asked Ashikaga. Oh, Yamano owns that. Okay, Ashikaga. 66. Okay, how about it with a royal marriage? 91. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. I can't improve with any of them, apparently. I have a CB against somebody. Oh, diplomatic insult casus belli against my own subject. Which doesn't matter because I'm about to go to war with him anyway. Let's see here. Because he's allied to this guy I'm about to declare war on. Let's see. Let's take... Nah, you know what? Only 5 dudes. Bring them over here. Put 5 dudes over there. I believe I have a second general. Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay. So then we send them those 5 dudes with a good general and a 2 tech advantage against 4 dudes with no general. It'll be beautiful. It'll be a bloodbath. Which is why it'll be beautiful. Is because it's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm gonna bring my navy up here real quick so that I block the straits to begin with. Oh wait, that's his entire army. Okay. So... Oh, we accidentally got caught spying. That's fine, I don't care. We declare war. Our own subject will join the war against us. Doesn't matter. It's fine. My other subjects down here will come and beat him up, and we'll be just fine. And then I just have to worry about this guy and this guy. This guy we're just going to piece out for money. This guy we're going to take all of his land. All of it. And then we confirm. Go murder him. Siege down his capital. Actually... Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I forgot. This guy is also in the war. I was going to send little 1-stacks to Carpet Siege, but I don't feel like that's really worth it. With the potential of them getting stack wiped. Okay. So now our vassals down here will deal with our tributary here. We'll probably just full annex him as well. Because why not? It'll give me more coring range. That'll be fine. Then I could claim this province, go to war for that, which gives me even more colonial range, so that I can reach Alaska. Okay. This has now been occupied, so now we bring this army over here. How big of an army does this guy have fielded? 8,000 men. Okay. That's it? Only 8,000? And he couldn't possibly get onto my island because he's a landlocked nation, so he doesn't even have boats? Beautiful. I love it. Do we even have military access through this guy? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, yes it does. Hold on. I want to know if I have mill access. We do have mill access. Okay. So, 1 by 1 wasn't a good idea. Probably. Possibly. Maybe it was. I don't know. See, look at that. They're already sieging him down. It'll be beautiful. Probably should have read that. He was saying that somebody was going to be declaring war on somebody at some time. Okay. So what I actually want to do, honestly, is just start streaming these guys. I don't care. Stop that from happening for as long as possible. We're still 11 years ahead of time on or 10 years ahead of time on Miltech. The annual tick just happened, so still 10 years ahead of time on Miltech. Wait a minute. The institution spawned. Where is this? Is that in Portugal? I don't actually know. But theoretically, we could dev colonialism in our land now. Which honestly I'd probably have to do... I don't know why I keep hitting escape. I'd probably have to do with mill points. Give me a second, I'm just looking at the time. And I'd have to do with military points. Because... I have both a Diplo and admin idea going. So here's the real question. We're going to test this. Alright? View edicts. Where is it? Encourage development. Wow. Our leaders keep dying. So that's fun. Our it's so obnoxious. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Local development costs, we're now down to 41. We want a siege. Okay, so that did do something for us. Very little, but it is doing something. I wonder. Oh, it does a lot more in Kyoto. Okay. We wasted a lot of mill points. It's fine. Not worried about it. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to turn on the Encourage Development Edict. My bad. Oops. Alright. So now, we bring this guy to here, and we march this guy over to this guy's capital. Okay. And then we say, fuck these. Okay. And, threatening countries. 2 of them to threatening countries. And then 1 to outraged countries. Because then they will improve with people who are pissed off about my expansion. So, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna bring my fleet down here. What do you have here? 7 light ships? Let's bring my fleet down here to get rid of, get his fleet out of here so that now my vassals can cross the strait to take out his army and siege down his other province. Okay. Shift consolidate this army as soon as we have the ability to do so. There we go. I believe he's actually at war with Ming. Yes. So he's not even here. Spare no expenses. It's the best one. Okay. We dev Kyoto again. Okay. Beautiful. Wait, how much progress have we made towards... Okay, awesome. 27% already. That's pretty neat, I would say. This is a level 1 fort, so that's fine. It's just a level 1 capital fort. We'll be able to siege it down like it's nothing. I'm really hungry. I just realized I haven't eaten anything today except for a granola bar. And it's 1:30 in the morning. So... yeah, that's where I'm at. And I just got the hiccups all of a sudden. Whoa! What is this? What? Man, if only I had known this was here. What the shit? I didn't even know these buttons were here. God damn it. Right, you need to be at peace in order to yoink crown land. Okay. Let's just finish this war up as quickly as we possibly can. I have a lot of stuff that I apparently need to click. I don't want to lose a base tax so somebody can lose loyalty. I don't give a shit. Not gonna lose development. Actually, that was kind of dumb. I wanted to recruit another general and pray that they would have a siege pip. Let's see. Okay, we still have the 2 advisors we want. Just took out another loan. Um, you know, is there one that'll do a lot of good for... We'll just take out another loan. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Alright. Oh, 2 siege pit. Get your ass in there. Shift consolidate. This guy. Come over here. Siege that down. The rest of you form into one army. No, fuck you. The only peace is the peace I offer you. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh no. I found Salone's army. Okay. So now we sue this guy for peace. We take all his land. We take all his money. And we say thanks for playing. Alright. Now, we reduce war exhaustion. We core those provinces. Even though we do have an admin idea group, we want the land. We need to core it. War reps. And that's good. It's fine by me. Now, y'all come over here. No? I don't need my boats for that. Are you kidding me? That was dumb. Of course I don't need fucking boats for that. Wait, I'm gonna have to. Actually, aren't I? Or does this count for unblack flagging? I don't remember. I feel like this should count. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. No. The only peace is the peace I offer you. There will be no other peace. You will cease to exist. And that's just the way it is. You're going to have to, accept that. Thank you for all your land and all your money. Thank you for playing. Have a nice day. And there we go. We now have a foothold in Manchuria. Wait, what? And I just became a world power. In 1509, I have just become a world power. I kicked Austria off of the world power, the world power list. This is incredible. Going to admit, was not expecting that. We have an heir. We have an heir. Which means I can name it the thing that Soulless redeemed the other night. Okay. There you go. That was the first time that I've had an heir. Since we started this campaign. An heir that I was able to name. That was the first one. So there we go. We have our foothold in Manchuria. Oh man, this is beautiful. This is what you like to see. Honestly, that is not what you like to see. That is a long time. It's a very, very long time. Okay, so with this money, we're gonna pay off some of these loans. We're gonna pay off one of those loans. Just so we can take out another one here in a moment. No, wait, we're at peace. So we sell off Crown Land, and then we yoink Crown Land. That wasn't supposed to happen, but here we are. Okay. Well, apparently, I need my army around all the goddamn time on the mainland here. You're counting the Timurids as a threat? They're all the way over here. How are they a threat, game? Paradox. Look, you make great games. I love these games very much, but how are the Timurids in any way a threat to Japan right now? What ideas have they taken? Influence and economic. They are in no way, shape, or form a threat to me. They just aren't. My eyeball, I didn't blink with that eye apparently for so long that my eye started to burn. So that was interesting. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull off all the ships that are damaged so that they can repair here. And we're going to send the rest. We need at least 3 light ships and heavy ships. Wait, what? I don't need heavy ships. Okay, hold on. I need at least 3 light ships. So, I believe barks are my light ship. Okay, so I'll break off. Okay. What I'll do is I'll break this one off. And this one. So that they can repair. And these ones I'll send to explore the Northwest Pacific coast. Do that. Okay. Then we're gonna take these rebels out. Well, you're not gonna go anywhere until you've repaired anyway, so it's fine. Okay. And then we move our army to here. Oh, it's already moving there, that's fine. And then once we besiege this, I'm probably going to get off. Because I am extremely hungry. Yeah. All I've had to eat in the last 24 hours is a single granola bar. So, I'm really hungry. Alright. And then we're going to save twice. Very important. For my own sanity. That we save twice. Now, the real question is anybody in the Bearded Beauties streaming right now other than myself? No. So once again, I have no one to raid. 'Cause nobody that I know is streaming right now. I mean, I could just literally just look at my followed channels list, 'cause I follow everybody that I see go live, in the Bearded Beauties Discord, so I guess we're not raiding again tonight, which always feels really dirty. I don't like that at all. So if anybody's still here, thank you very, very much for hanging out with me, for watching this stream. I greatly appreciate you. You're fucking awesome, and I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will be streaming again tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's my normal time. I should probably just put it up here on my channel in my about section or something, or put a schedule up, because it's every night. Internet and headache willing. I stream every night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate you, and I hope to see you again tomorrow night. Goodbye.